What up, everybody, and welcome. My name's Eric Letman, and on behalf of Paradox Universe, GJH Mechanics, Referral Phoenix, and then, of course, Wrong to Strong Fitness, we're here at the iPic Theater in downtown Scottsdale to celebrate the release of local area director Joseph Mbah's new film, Expo. Now, an amazing thing about this film, aside from actually being shot, completed, and released, which is unusual here in Arizona, is the fact that it has the ability to showcase all of the local area talent and all of the crew stepping up to unite under one solid vision and bring something to fruition. Now, we're so excited to be here and see what this movie's all about, so let's step off, talk with some of the cast and the crew, and see what we got going on here with Expo.
I play Richard, ex-Marine, definitely very different than any other characters I played before.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can tell from my personal, appearance right now, and just even my physicality and my demeanor, he's very more calm, way more reserved, and doesn't really show emotion a whole lot. And that was a real big challenge for me.
Yeah. I just want to say, despite all this heat, you are not sweating. You know what I mean? You're just a cool cat right now.
Yeah, cool as a cucumber. Wearing blue, feeling fresh, feeling good.
I love it, man. So talk a little bit about Joe, man. Like, what was your experience with Joe on set? How did this happen?
So it all happened, actually, I couldn't even count how many years ago. I did music initially, and I actually had a home studio, and Joe responded to an ad, and me and a partner, recorded music with him for the very, very first time. And then this opportunity came. He said, "Hey, are you available? Would you come down and audition?" And I said, "Absolutely." And went down to his spot, auditioned there, and got the call. And
that's awesome.
And
See, you guys never know how these things can happen.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I love working with Joe. Definitely an awesome visionary, and I totally support him and his story, and definitely inspiring. Not only just as a director, but as an artist in general, about someone who's getting out and doing what they love and making it happen.
Absolutely.
And obviously involving a bunch of other amazing people in the process.
There's quite a bit of them here to support him,
You can't fake that.
Absolutely.
That comes from here, and that's what he gives you, and that's what you give back.
Play Assistant FBI Director Marks and Chris.
No, nice. So your duality, huh?
Duality, yeah.
I love it, man. I remember working with you, man. It was an absolute pleasure. You're a supreme professional.
Thank you very much.
Is this your first movie with Joseph?
No, I've worked with Joseph on actually Genesis with Joseph.
Nice.
And then I've worked on some other projects with Joseph. I love working with Joseph. He's great.
That's good, man. So anything coming up in the future, or anything that you're looking forward to?
We got a film coming out shortly. Max Reload should be out shortly.
Nice.
I'm in New Mexico a lot now for.
Yeah, there's a big deal going on there, I'm told.
Meeting a lot of people in New Mexico.
Good. So, well, Richard, man, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Thanks for having me up.
I played a kind of a mad scientist in it, which I really enjoyed. It's kind of a different role for me.
Right.
And I did all the action and fight choreography and the gunfights and stuff like that.
Yeah, I hear that that's kind of your background, your forte, right?
It is.
With Joe, when you did all the fight choreography, what was it like working with them? And was it easy to kind of convey your vision and showcase?
I got to tell you, it was great to work with Joe.
Yeah.
Okay, I've worked with a lot of directors before. Joe has something that they don't have. First of all, he has tremendous vision. Okay, so a lot of directors have vision, but he's got a whole universe this guy's created. I was incredibly impressed with that when he started. He's got tremendous passion for it. He's also an actor's director. I was really surprised because I don't think he's done a lot of that before, but he really worked with the actors really, really well, and he allowed me to do my job, which is one thing a director sometimes doesn't do.
Right, so try to get into the mix a little.
I was able to get in there and create, and I think we created something amazing. He's a great director.
I get to fight the lead guy, you know?
Oh, yeah? You get to do down a little combat. Did you work with Mr. Ryan on your fight choreography?
I did. Great choreographer, Joe, great director. This is an awesome experience. This is my third project with Joe, so where is he at?
Obviously, you're doing a good job, you know what I mean? You keep coming back, so that's a good sign.
He hasn't killed me off yet, so I think we're good. Hey, let's talk sequel. How
there
about
you
that,
go.
right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Cool, man. So you said this is your third project with Joe. What was the other two that you've done?
We did Genesis together, and then we did a short film that I wrote.
Oh, nice.
And then he helped me direct and put together, and I started it. So
as far as the role in the film, I'm Detective Moreau.
Nice.
So I'm kind of the strong supporting lead.
Nice. Now I have a question. Is this detective that you're playing in this film any sort of continuation or relation to the detective you had played in Genesis?
As a matter of fact, no.
No, okay.
No.
As far as Joe, man, what was it like to work with him? What's it like to make a movie with Joe?
Well, this is my second time around with Joe. I actually, like I said, I'm going to echo what you said, which is he's an actor's director. I loved working with Joseph. For his professionalism, the crew that he brings on, to the film, his vision, his eyes towards it, and the way that he kind of explains to help me understand a little bit better where he's going with it, so that I can kind of emulate exactly what he's trying to do.
That's nice. Isn't it great when you start working with someone and you can feel so passionately about them that you can actually start paying attention to all their strengths and their qualities, see what they're bringing to the table?
Right. And not only that, I'd like to, getting it done. That's the most important part, at least from an actor's standpoint.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
No, I agree.
you're joining a group of individuals who all have a mindset to get this done, get it packaged, put a bow on it, and here we are.
I actually play a sniper by the name of John.
Nice.
You know, and we was on the battlefield, and when he was trying to clear up his name in the movie, and I was one of the snipers that died in the movie. So
It's always good. I've died quite a few times in movies, my man.
this is my second movie with Joe, and I died. So I don't know what's going on here.
Right,
You know,
well-
like I feel like he had it in for me. You know, so I don't know.
Or maybe you're just dying so well that he's like, hey, I need a death scene,
like, I don't
and that's
know.
the cat.
Right, you know, that might be it.
It
you
might
know?
be it.
That
So
might
you
be
got a
it.
skill right there.
I've been knowing Joe for a while, you know what I mean? Like, I'm an artist, and Joe started, from what I understand, as also an artist, you know what I'm saying? So, and he shot multiple of my music videos and stuff like that. So, me and Joe, we go way back as far as, you know what I mean? Like, having the, you know, the whole creative process and stuff like that. So, yeah, no, I'm looking forward to possibly working with him, you know, in feature films and stuff like that.
I'm playing JD, more the guy that fights. Have a couple of fighting scenes with Derek.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna leave you guys surprised for that. But I'm more like the bad guy in a way, doing drug deals.
In a way, so there's hope for this cat, right?
I think so. Maybe we'll see.
That's
but
all right.
I played the younger sister of Derek, Richard.
Nice. Wait, this is your first film with Joe, or is this in another project?
I've worked
with him?
with Joe on a few different projects before, actually. Joe's really creative director, and you can tell he's really passionate about what he does, and so.
Nice.
it's
What were
always fun
the
to
other
work with
projects
Joe.
that you worked on him with?
I've worked on quite a few with him, actually. Krampus: The Reckoning was the very first one I worked on with him, and the most recent was Krampus Origins.
Oh, so you went down south for that. I heard about it.
His focus and determination is one of the things I like working with him about, and he gets the job done. It's very rare.
Good, good. So in this movie here, what kind of a role are you playing? What kind of character you got going on?
I'm a bad I think I'm a cop. Yeah, I'm a cop, and all I do is just go and arrest the good guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I
All
get to
right.
throw him up against the wall, stuff like that.
Do a little bit of roughing up. Good, man. Well, I look forward to seeing you in there. All right, appreciate your time, buddy. You take care, okay? How you doing, my man?
I'm doing well.
You doing well? You feeling good? You feeling the vibe?
I'm feeling the vibe. I'm excited and nervous at the same time.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of pressure, but yet a relieving sense, right?
Yes, because I finally get to show it to everybody. Like, hey, this is what all of you work really hard on. Here you go.
Absolutely.
Hope you like it.
And you know what? It's going to be a killer movie. I can already tell, Joe. So why don't we discuss that a little bit? Let's talk about your journey to this point. You know, you put in a lot of hard work. There's been a lot of times over the years where it's got tough, but you just persevered. So, I mean, let's talk about how much you put in. Where'd you start?
So, well, it started with our first feature film, Genesis: Fall of the Prime Empire. We were sitting around for a little bit, not actually making the movie that we're talking about that we want to make.
Right.
And eventually I just got tired of it and said, I'm just going to jump in and do it. So we jumped in, we did our first movie, and we learned a lot from doing it. And then my goal going into this movie is, how can I take every single thing I learned from doing Genesis and apply it here? And that's exactly what I set out to do with this one. And it looks like it works. So we'll see what everybody thinks about it, but
Right, of course. And we're always, as the creators, we're always our own worst critic. We're harder on ourselves, but the reception already, man, the praise for you on set has been just tremendous. So you've impacted a lot of lives here. And when it comes to your films, man, one thing I really like to point out is the fact that you love to employ local Arizona, the actors and the crews and stuff. So talk a little bit about that being like, a passion, or is that something that you really strive to do?
Well, first thing is, when I came to Arizona, I just fell in love with Arizona, and then when I got into the film industry, and I fell in love more with all the talent that we have here, and I'm upset that Arizona gets overlooked, when it comes to film, and anything I can do to help showcase that Arizona is an amazing place to make movies, I'm doing that. And plus, Arizona is probably one of the cheapest places you can make a movie,
Right.
So that was my, so that's the thing I try to do, is try to
keep it here, keep it home.
Here. So I cast, as many locals as I can. I staff it with as many local crew members as I can.
Absolutely.
And yeah, just keep it local.
That's great. In a world where all these guys want to make movies, but they always are dreaming about the big Hollywood connects and, we need this and we need that. They're hindering themselves because they're not able to expose, like you, the raw talent and skill that's just around you at all times. And I really think that's a great quality about you, man. And it's just a wonderful thing. So what's the plan from here, Joe? We're about to go in and watch Expo. They're starting to get seated. So where are we going after Expo? What's the future hold for Mbah?
I'm writing my next film right now. And just like what I did with Expo, I'm taking everything I've learned so far and applying it on that one, and hopefully make it bigger and better and tell a better story.
Absolutely, man. Well, I wish the absolute best for you, Joe. I appreciate everything from you. Let's get in there, watch your movie, and just check out how amazing it really is, all right?
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, it looks like we're wrapping up the ones that have showed up for the red carpet premiere, guys. So I just want to thank you for tuning in on behalf of Paradox Universe. We're going to go inside, check out this bad boy movie, and of course, this will be available on demand for you guys if you want to go ahead and check it out for yourselves. And we'll keep you posted on everything happening with Expo.